Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity with me, Break It Dawn. Let's head west to Russetwood. Alright, I can't forget about Lord Sidrock. I guess we'll do that after we're done in Russetwood. Head back to Cadnua. Alright, and our last upgrade for Cadnua, Bright Hollow Courtyard Pool. Purchasing this upgrade will repair the courtyard pool inside Bright Hollow, and all it does is give me some prestige.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix things up. We'll go north instead of south this time.
How may I help? Alright, let that fight get a little away from me. Oh, he's still standing. Alright, we got our Ice Troll Heart. This crystalline heart is comprised of a tangled knot of vine-like threads of ice, about the size of an Orland's head. It is still freezing to the touch.
Eyes open.
The simple shrine is covered in a thick layer of snow, fallen leaves, and feathers. A pair of curving bones flanks the altar. Examine the shrine more closely. The shrine does not appear to be frequented very often, though traces of old candle wax line the edges of the stone. Under a dusting of frost, you note a rectangular section of the altar's surface that seems to be cleaner than the rest, as if something once rested here. Touch the altar. You feel a tingle run up your arm as you set your fingers to the altar. In the instants after, the wind seems to die down, the sounds of the wilderness growing muted to your hearing. Then, you hear a sudden, low growl, quickly joined by more. A vision strikes you like a sudden memory, though is unbound by time or place. Within a sea of darkness, you see a great beast, formless save for its gleaming fangs. It growls and snaps with increasing desperation and savagery, and for a moment, you feel its rage as your own, a possessive fury that tears at you. Something has been taken, your territory threatened, and the price for it will be blood. The vision fades as swiftly as it came. The altar stands silent and still, and the air fills again with the occasional trill of birdsong. Interesting. Alright, so we can probably return to Thirsk and talk to him about that. I did notice when he was telling the story, the wolf seems to try to avoid Thirsk.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Actually, I'm wondering if his son turned into the wolf. He didn't say his son was killed by the wolf, did he? Boots of speed, +3 move speed, which is a significant movement speed increase. Alright, we'll give these to her. These stones are strangely warm to the touch. Though most of the runes are indecipherable, a few look like names.
We don't have much ice on the south coast. Maybe you should go first.
Did I cancel her attack? I think I did. Yeah. Get back over here and do that for me, please. Thank you.
Very well.
Oh, forgot all about Aloth back there. Izawa's attack speed is obnoxious.
Step lightly.
That's without his buff, Swift Strikes.
Not a sound.
I think it's what, another 20%?
Did anyone else feel that?
25%.
Yeah.
So that's a wolf cave. We'll avoid that for right now. Greyjaw.
Lead the way.
Zawa is
He's not taking a ton of damage. Let's try dazing him. Alright, Greyjaw's hide. The fur on this bear hide is exceptionally lustrous and thick. Although it's of no particular use to you, it will still fetch a high price wherever it's sold. Coil of Resourcefulness. Plus 15 trap accuracy, minus 1 weapon change recovery, and plus 1 dexterity. The simple belt isn't much to look at, but it's been a favorite of savvy adventurers for years. Its snug but comfortable fit, and its myriad pouches, sheaths, and loops allow the wearer quick access to weapons and tools. Armorers and leather workers have tried over the years to replicate the Coil of Resourcefulness, or even to improve it, but the ideal design remains a matter of controversy. All anyone can agree on is that none of the recently produced belts are as good as the original. Every few years, however, an adventurer will show up at an inn, campfire, or hunting lodge, claiming to wear the original Coil of Resourcefulness. Speculation will run rampant once again, as supporters and detractors compare the most recent specimen to the various and contradictory accounts from old adventurers' journals. In a journal page, Day 4. Took down another stag today. Still not enough hides to make this trip worth it. Day 6. Blizzard coming. Staying put until it passes. Day 9. Close call with a pair of ogres. Lucky they didn't see us. Day 11. Tracking a large bear that Nurin spotted from the ridge. Might even be Greyjaw. My grandfather told stories about him. Wouldn't that be something, if we were the ones to finally kill him? Day 12. It's definitely Greyjaw. We're dangerously close to the Ogre Cavern. We've got Greyjaw trapped, and his hide is too valuable to pass up. The three of us should be able to handle one bear. Alright, give her +1 to dexterity.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Step lightly.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay, we have two campfires laying around. Quick save, and then we'll pick a fight with these ogres.
Let's go.
That's it!
Right.
Tell me.
Alright, on to the next. Well, so much for striving for peace. I suppose we can still try, but we did kill the guards at the doorway.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Quick save here. A dark ghoul is never a good sign. Gently with the fingers. They're the best part. I don't want... A slow smile creeps across her face at your approach. The other men and women turn to look at you, their mouths filthy with blood and gobbets of flesh. Well, hello there, handsome. What brings you to this part of the Russetwood? Why don't you tell me what brings you here? The god of death has willed that we are to remain here as servants of the Pallid Knight. There is a path to the wheel that some stray from. Patrons of animancy, the very old, the blindly lucky. We set them right, and Bareth allows us to consume them, that we might continue his work until it is decided that we too have overstayed. But until then, we relish the journey. I'm looking for an ogre matron. Oh, how nice. She's staring at you intently now. It doesn't appear to have heard your answer. Of course not. My. You look absolutely mouth-watering. She licks her lips. Roll your eyes. She and her friends rush at you.
Yeah.
Some is ready.
That main character is absolutely surrounded. Shame he's not a barbarian. He'd be in heaven right now. Alright, sling that over here. Alright, what else do we have? We need more buffs, I think. Alright, the leader is down. Let's get a couple heals out real quick. I don't know that I'm acting in time with my wizard. We'll see. Oh, he went down.
I'm here.
She's really just not doing as much damage as I thought she was going to. I should have kept her back here where they're clustered closer together to actually make use of her carnage. Alright, try to make sure that we win this.
I'm ready.
Look out, Pat! Lead the way.
What?
Alright, stay in the fight there, buddy. I really thought she was going to finish these guys off a lot faster. I should have kept her back here. I know I said that once already, but she's definitely not doing the damage that I expected a barbarian to do to casters.
Let's go.
Alright, that was definitely harder than it should have been. I need to start using more spells. Been a lot easier had I used spells there.
Right.
Oh, no unique equipment. That's a little disappointing. Many of these frozen corpses are missing fingers, or have had chunks of flesh cut out from their thighs or torsos. Not or. Let's head back this way. I'm gonna rest up real quick before we continue. Also, I'm not sure which one of these I should grab. I mean, Kith is always a safe bet, I think. The Beast might be worth it here as well. Go ahead and grab that.
Aye?
Right.
Give her heal multiplier as well, since her weapon heals her. You awaken and hear someone stirring, growling. Looking over, you see Manea twitching and muttering in her sleep. You can't make out what she's saying. From her bared teeth and the sheen of sweat on her brow, it seems like a very bad dream. Now wake up, Manea. She sits bolt upright, roaring and reaching for her weapon. Decker. Your punch lands squarely on her jaw.
What have Oh!
Her gaze darts around but slowly focuses on you. She grimaces and looks away, wiping her face.
Oh, sorry. I must have been dreaming.
She lies back down and turns away from you. About what?
No, it's nothing. Sorry, I shouldn't have bothered you.
She pulls her blanket over her shoulders. We're both awake now. We might as well talk it out. She's quiet for a long time. It seems like she's already gone back to sleep, but then she sighs.
You told me about your awakening.
I don't believe that I have yet. Zawa stirs. Manea waits silently until Zawa rolls over and resumes deep, steady breaths.
I guess I've had a similar problem. There's something I remember from a former life. Happened hundreds of years ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday.
How did you remember it?
Happened while I was fighting in Old Valia 20 years ago. My unit was camped out in the palace we'd just taken. The others were roasting the last of the Marchesos pigs in the feast hall. So I went to the wine cellars to fetch a few bottles.
She works her fingers into a knot.
I don't know how long she'd been hiding there, but there was this old woman. Must have been one of the servants.
Her fingers curl into fists.
She had this wild look in her eyes. I approached her and tried to tell her not to be afraid. that she was safe.
Manea holds out her hand, reliving the memory.
She screamed and grabbed my arm.
She closes her eyes.
It felt like someone had hit me in the back of my head. I blacked out for a few minutes, and when I came to, she was gone.
Go on.
I took a few bottles up with me, feasted with the rest of the troops. But when I went to bunk, I had a dream.
She shivers.
Only it was more vivid than any dream I've ever had. I tasted the sweat on my lips, felt the jungle air on my skin, heard the cries.
She stops and swallows, shaking her head. What about the old woman?
I asked the other troops. None of them had seen her. Anyway, I laid off the drink for several days, but I kept having the dream. After a few weeks, I thought a change of scenery might do me good. Since then, I've been a pirate in the Deadfire, a pilgrim in the White that Wends, an adventurer in the Living Lands, and a gift bearer in a Shamadal.
She gives you a rueful smile. What next then?
I told you I was looking for the Abbey of the Fallen Moon so I could leave something behind. There's a pool there, the Salt Well. It's where gift bearers leave the heaviest burdens.
She pauses.
It's said that a person can enter it and leave their own memories behind.
There's a distant, hungry look in her eyes. What if you lose more than you intend?
At this point, I'd gladly give up all my memories if that's what it takes for peace in this life and the next.
And you would leave this haunting memory in the Salt Well.
That's the plan.
I wanted to ask you about something. What you got for me? Tell me why you really became a gift bearer. I heard about the order from some missionaries while I was in the Living Lands. I heard Andre's doctrine before, but the way they talked about the peace of forgetting, washing the old away with the tide, it sounded good. And gift bearers' work, taking to the road, helping people lose their own burdens, that sounded good too. Kept hoping I'd find a way for me to lose my burden along the way. Alright, let's get back down to where we left off. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Our next episode, we'll continue exploring Russetwood. Did I collect the... I did not. Shoot. Before I forget, let's go back and grab these. The camping supplies I left behind. No reason I camped up there.
Sure.
Okay, now we're going to call the episode here, and the next one will continue exploring the Russetwood. We also have a couple caves to explore. This is for the main quest, and this I assume is for Thirsk. But I want to speak to him before we go in here, because it seems like there might be an alternative way to complete this quest that doesn't include killing the wolf necessarily. So, either way, for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.